Oh!
Medetta. Esto es perfecto.
Yes?
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarreled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family, moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil.
Lots of misfortune for such a...
'Tis so in every village. Even... Yes?
Tell me something about yourself.
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there, how many times Mother Neneka stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Neneka. I was but 18 when they... There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bear his chest to work. The novices... Neneke refused to take me back. My parents uttered not...
Griffin do that to her?
Delina. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night? Through the woods? In wartime?
Meeting a boy. The young, you know, do foolish things. Wounds are healing, but she will die. Blood's pooling in her skull. Nothing my bruise can do to help.
Could try to help her with one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But?
Witcher's potions aren't for humans.
She'll die as it is.
Yes. A peaceful death soothed by your concoctions. If I give her Swallow and something good...
I understand.
Farewell.
Worked out nicely, don't you think?
Yes?
Got a potion for...
First sign of spring. Symbol of...
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this?
Decided it was better than doing...
I like you, Witcher.
Anyone home?
Must be out hunting.
What do you mean?
You, Mislav?
Shh! Hear that?
Wolves? No.
Yes.
dogs more dangerous than wolves? Don't think so.
It's the truth.
No, but I guess you're about to tell.
Wolves hunt to...
Just like humans.
Aye. They've learned...
I'm hunting bigger game.
Ah, I see. I'll show you. Will you help?
Sure, Griffin.
No.
These dogs been a problem for a while now.
Since the war started. Soldier on the march. He'll stop to rape a woman, strangle her, kill her man for a chuckle, even... Butcher a cow. A dog, a kick in passing, no more. So these stray mutts form packs. They're gaunt, guts stuck to their spines, covered in scabies, but they just won't die. Because they're clever. Too late. Attacked another one. Dieter.
You know him?
We served at the Lord's Manor together, where the Black Army's encamped now. He was a stable hand, I was the Lord's hunter. But that was before.
Before what?
Before they drove me from the village.
What did you do?
Nothing. Sorry.
Don't have to then. So... Griffin, always getting into trouble.
Not much.
I take after
Not
you.
my kind of game.
You're his kind, though. Survival instincts alone ought to make you care.
I walk silent through the woods. No griffin can hear me nor spy me. 'Twas here. Watch out.
I'll be fine. Not the first Griffin I've dealt with. Not likely.
Hope you're right. Good hunting now.
Ground's black, saturated with blood. Nilfgaardians were celebrating. Griffin interrupted them. These prints are older. And
I do that
deeper,
sometimes.
Heavily armored. Nilfgaardians, probably.
Mm-hmm. Right. Not what I meant.
Griffin's nest. What remains of it, at least. Corpse is a couple of weeks old. Still alive when the Griffin brought him here. Took a long time dying. Bones. Horse. Dog. Human. A few months' worth. Female. Larvae in her wounds have already hatched. Other Griffin must be... Deep cuts over the whole body. Didn't defend her. Beak tips worn. Griffins pair off for life when young. Male. Thick shaft, dense barbs. Explains why the male I ran into was... Hunted the Nilfgaardians down here in the forest first, then done all I could. Should talk to Vesemir. Place of power. Should draw from it.
Stop whining. You're a witcher. You've dived in murkier waters.
Anyone want to go and jump in puddles? Anyone want to go and jump in puddles?
Which field is that the other side of the river?
By the wood, or in clinics. Good lad. No heat.
Yes, yes.
Something else you'll be needing.
Nilfgaardian...
What's there to like? Tis the same as any other.
You don't mourn.
I mourned it round half a year back.
Got anything in?
Depends what you're up.
Farewell.
Something else you've been...
Got any?
Depends what you're up.
Farewell.
Something else you'll be needing.
Got
Depends what you...
Farewell.
Geralt, you're terrible.
What'd I say?
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun?
Yes. Well, that was more than a fiend. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good. Now...
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
See you later, Vesemir.
Yes? What is it?
Got good news and bad news. Good news first. Captain of the Nilfgaardian Garrett.
And the bands that we have to kill. What else could he want from...
Griffin's a band.
And how's that going?
Got the buckthorn.
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
More like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss. Standard smells of the country. Remember Tredegor? Hunting that Zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up? Learned some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine Woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves. Fine.
I'm ready. No point in waiting.
Picked one out already. Other side of this.
Good.
Anyone want to go and jump in puddles?
I don't like you, White One.
That's it, Roach. Whoa!
A stream?
I know how to so...
Let's start.
Now all we have to do... Come on. We can cower.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye?
No. I'll go to...
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. Speaking of winter and wintering...
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait. Take this.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around.
How about that? Always lectured us on the evils, but you're a gambler yourself.
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill. Watch out! It's about to dive! It's fast! Don't let it get away! Bleeding! It'll weaken soon!
Always getting into trouble.
I take after you.
Not bad. Not bad. Though you could stand to improve some things.
For example?
Upward vertical strike. It's too obvious. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the... Meet me at the inn.
The Emperor shall... Straight to Novigrad.
What the hell is this?
Right.
You take me for a blind man or a fool?
I didn't know.
So, a fool. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3. For the delivery of defective...
No, no, no!
What?
Guess you've dropped your good uncle act.
It was no act. I extended a hand to these...
Could it be because it held the sword that killed their loved ones?
Tja, a moralist. And what would you...
Wouldn't ever be in your stead.
Tell me why you've...
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time? Under my nose? Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. Halt! We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were...
Is it true?
So, what went wrong?
Something else you'll be needing.
Got anything in?
Depends what you're...
Farewell. Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Time we were on our way.
Mm-hmm. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took them down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog, said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt! Leave me be!
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that. It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
See his face! God save us!
Be gone. And don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
We can talk here. Some charming orchards nearby. In bloom even, so you almost can't smell.
A tempting proposition. Sadly, I must say no. You see, someone awaits you in Vizima. Someone who doesn't like to be... Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or to those on more intimate terms with him.
Doubt I number among that group. For as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse?
I didn't, though I could have.
Fine. Guess I'm willing to hear him out.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing and Gamera, Sovereign of Nazaire and Vicovaro will feel honored, I'm sure.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides...
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls, as soon as possible.
Recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then?
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
It must suffice.
Think Emir cares if I'm clean?
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not certain this...
I can't think of a better time. Men turn... Morvran Voris, commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the...
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth?
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the Blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen.
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and...
A murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her, and I tend to rescue those I care about.
And so you did, handing Radovid control of the Conclave and Council of Mages in the process.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
Ah, so Letho's hiding from you. Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but...
With these formalities seem to...
Shame. I might have given you some...
Feels more like I'm being readied for...
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, but...
Black.
We do not like... The gentleman will tell me... Black suit? Does the outfit...
A studded doublet and a sword on my back. That's what would satisfy.
Yes?
It's a saying.
No need. The gentleman is to stand before the...
Confirm away.
Please watch. Leg extended. Hand flat. Lacking fluidity and grip. Come with me. The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your Arch-Magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect. Imgrimi et art ketzer. Dijven aden.
Bow. Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep the orde.
Weljen namen, wat kan favor? I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the chamber.
Silence. My daughter Cyrilla. You will find her.
How many men in your army? 20. So why me?
You know why.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about me.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree, if for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri, leave.
My corps of spies will help you. Yennefer will tell you the... This audience is finished. Take him to...
Follow me, if the gentleman pleases. Please keep close. There are many honorable guests in the palace, whom the gentleman...
disgusts.
Need not bother.
Hey, Witcher. Need anything?
In the morning, and it's past noon.
Calm yourself.
What? Do you know who you're talking to, soldier? I'm Herivard II, Prince of Elander. Not only am I made to wait here like a supplicant.
Raadsliden enigt es tun es saur an nee.
Prinsen en machte.
Es strejken ett folk.
Till sjå är väg.
Es pleite. Kin weg dreine dat en selfie den es se plenten not makte. En selfie den sikiad hefet.
Once the gentleman is done,
Right behind you.
Need to retrieve his possessions. Sharpen the head. Yes? Then transcribe. The true or...
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. Now do you understand?
Mm-hmm. And seems we're... Ciri. She's really back? No
Look. That's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
How about that? She's grown up.
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't. Not a...
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on Ciri.
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri. Using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
The Wild Hunt. What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their... I know as much as you do. It must be about... As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask...
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of... Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard...
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right?
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and...
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my own.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me. I shall be...
Ambassador Varatra? Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard...
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd...
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our position. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. And so by spring, instead of...
What about Kavir?
Kavir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of...
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go... As bad as ever, perhaps. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other. Pillage.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassal.
Any news from Novigrad?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. Which is why the mood in the city is rather...
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun... Oh!
By returning my...
Citrus and... The Emperor is not...
Yeah, mentioned something of...
A deserter from the Squire 10.
Wouldn't much...
Nice.
Van voort!
Ga wat kan, maar kalm.
We crossed the Yara, we will cross the Pontar as well.